All right, guys. For chapter 4, Catch-22, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Rather than kind of walking us through the chapter in summation, I'm just going to give you a big theme, and then I'm going to share with you my favorite part. So I think that the biggest takeaway and the biggest thing that we need to think about in chapter 4 of Catch-22 is how are these characters making sense of what is going on around them? Think about their position. They are waiting to go on fighter pilot missions. They're essentially waiting to go to their death. How do they make sense of this? We discussed this in class on Friday, the scene with the prostitute and all that jazz. What do we see going on here? Doc Danica is described as a dude who once had a great fear and never came unthawed. Yossarian goes to the education meetings because he wants to figure out why people are trying to kill him. How are these soldiers making sense of the reality which surrounds them? And maybe even more importantly, how are they distracting themselves from the reality which surrounds them? Okay? My favorite part of this chapter is on page 39. It's just that whole ending section. Dunbar and Clevinger are having a discussion. I'm just going to read it to you. Do you know how long a year takes when it's going away? Dunbar repeated to Clevinger. This long. He snapped his fingers. A second ago, you were stepping into college with your lungs full of fresh air. Today, you're an old man. Old? Asked Clevinger with surprise. What are you talking about? Old. I'm not old. You're inches away from death every time you go on a mission. How much older can you be at your age? A half minute before that, you were stepping into high school, and an unhooked brassiere was as close as you ever hoped to get to paradise. Only a fifth of a second before that, you were a small kid with a 10-week summer vacation that lasted 100,000 years and still ended too soon. Zip! They go rocketing by so fast. How the hell else are you ever going to slow time down? Dunbar was almost angry when he finished. Well, maybe it is true, Clevinger conceded unwillingly in a subdued tone. Maybe a long life does have to be filled with many unpleasant conditions if it's to seem long. But in that event, who wants one? I do, Dunbar told him. Why? Clevinger asked. What else is there? That last question gets me all the time. What else is there? If life is filled with unpleasant circumstances, why wouldn't we just want to not live life? Well, we don't know what there is. We don't know what the what else is. What else is there? All right, I'm waxing philosophical now. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed chapter 4. Please complete a journal entry for it. Peace and chicken grease. See you tomorrow.